Hi, my name is Olakunbi Oyelese. I'm a fashion designer and the creative director of By Kunbi. I specialize in female apparel. I make wedding dresses, reception dresses, events dresses, bridesmaids dresses, basically anything that has to do with the female brand. And the month of April is the beginning of spring. My clothes are very colorful. It's the beginning of new things. So it just made sense to me to use April. And I just want to use April as just the month. I wanted to put my personal touch to it, so April by Kunbi. I showcased at the Music Meets Runway and won the Rising Icon of 2013. I have an opportunity to style a couple of female celebrities in Nigeria: Agbani Dorigo, Mucheda, Sheishe, Tiwa Savage, Bimi Olatero, Lagbegi, Toke Makinwa, to name a few. I was probably about 5 then, and I've just cut up papers to make doll dresses, or later on my mom would call me to come and sketch something she saw on TV. Maybe someone reading the news was like, oh, come and sketch this for me. So I've always been interested in fashion from that age. And I remember for my 5th birthday, my parents actually gave me a little sewing machine, like a miniature sewing machine, that I actually used to use to like make my brother's clothes. Not like I used to sew very well, but it was very exciting. And I went on to study mass communication at Babcock University. Graduating from that, I studied advertising, mass communication and advertising. So I worked at Cola Firm and a couple of other places just for my profession. And the last place I worked, I had to do a lot of events. I was a PR and events manager for a company, and I had to go out a lot. So every time I go out, what I wear, people always complimented it. And even back when I was in school, I used to make clothes for my friends or like my family and everything, and everybody used to compliment them. So when I started working at this place and everyone just always complimented what I wore or what I made for like my ushers or my staff, I felt like, okay, I need to do something more about my fashion cravings and everything. So I went to New York in 2008, I think. I just went visiting family. And luckily, and then I've always watched Project Runway. I love Project Runway. So I've always said, okay, I'm going to go to Parsons and just see what the place looks like when I go to New York. So we passed by Parsons. And interestingly, my cousin that was taking me around New York went to f.i.t in New York and studied jewelry design. She worked with DKNY for a little bit. So she was like, oh, let's go to f.i.t as well, Fashion Institute of Technology in New York, which is kind of like just down the road, to see what the place was like, and you just have a feel of f.i.t as well. And they gave me like their portfolio, they just showed me around. I was like, okay, this is where I belong. It was just so interesting seeing creative people all around, and the things that the students made was really amazing. I was like, I need to be a part of this. I was supposed to be doing my master's in London. So I told my dad, Daddy, we went to New York and I went to this school and I think I want to be a fashion designer and I want to go and actually study for it. And I was like, okay, that's what I want to do. So that was the journey. Like my dad was very supportive. Sometime in November or October or so, I got an email saying I've been accepted to study at f.i.t as an international student. I mean, exciting is the least word I can use. So in January, I went to f.i.t January 2009. It was a really tough year because when I got there, I thought it was going to be all about fashion, me wearing heels to school. I started, all the things I've seen on TV. But the first day in class, I was wearing my heels and everything. I was looking at all this. I was the only black girl in my class. And I saw these Asian people wearing flats and trainers and pumps. I was like, what's going on here? These people are not fashionable at all. And then I realized why. Because the first day, we stood for 5 straight hours. We were standing, we were draping. They started teaching us right from the get-go. The first day, we were standing for a lot. And that's how it continued. So I was like, okay, obviously now I understood why they were wearing, flats and pumps and all. So, and it was a tough year because I went for the intensive program, so which means that I probably was at school 16 hours a day. I was in school most of the time. It was I wanted to do like a short course. I would probably not go back home till like 3 a.m. sometimes. I didn't even really get to enjoy New York as the city, because I was always working in school. And at f.i.t, you have to do everything yourself. You have to cut yourself, you have to sew yourself. They need to see that you can do those things. So I finished school. A lot of things happened to me during that year, that 2009, that was really horrible. My mom passed away, my brother passed away, and I could have easily given up, but I just, wanted to they would not have liked that for me. So I just put myself really into schoolwork and graduated that year. I got an internship with Chloe Lingerie. I came back in 2010 to I wasn't even really going to start right away. It was just like, okay, let me come back and just start making clothes or, start my own brand. And then luckily for me, this was probably October, there was an awards season that October. And I was opportunity to dress a couple of celebrities, a couple of people then, and it was all over Bella Naija. Mocheda won best dress like almost every single time she wore my piece. So it really put my name out there, and I didn't have to struggle to be in the fashion scene, let me put it that way. And since then, the journey has just been great. I don't have any plans of leaving Nigeria. I think Nigeria is full of so many opportunities. Our women always want to dress up or go out. I don't see any reason why I should leave Nigeria. Do I want to have my business everywhere else in the world? Definitely. But I think my base will always be Nigeria.